If this is your first time to the channel, please do so. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, so that way you don't miss another video like this one coming your way. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help this channel grow. Please feel free to leave a comment. We do get back to all of our comments. This video is not intended for children under the age of 17 years old. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Moe's Toy Room, come from my room to yours. And today, here we go, we got another brand new one for you folks. Here is NECA's brand new Ben Cooper Kids, Damien Leone's Terrifier, Art the Clown. You can see Art kicking back behind his window of pain, locked in his plastic prison, as he's finally made it here to Moe's Toy Room. These are about 5.5 inches in height. We're going to check that out for you guys, see what it does. Action figure with costume and mask. All right, so if you're wondering, there you are, Art the Clown, 5.5 inches. These are the Ben Cooper Kids line. These are kids that are dressed up as their favorite horror movie icon, but they do it 70s style, like the way that it was like 70s and before, with the plastic little outfits and everything else. I just reviewed a Michael Myers one. That video is right before this one. Be sure to check that one out too, right after this one. And also it will bring his trick-or-treat bag there with them too. So we're going to check out the side of that box right there. You can see it. Ben Cooper, Damien Leone's Terrifier, Art the Clown. It has NECA right there at the bottom. There's how he's going to look right there on the very back. It'll bring like a little cardboard insert with it. We'll see what's on there, but I'm not sure if it's that exact pose with the chain link and everything right there, but we're gonna check that out. You can see how cool that bag looks right there. Art the Clown is like a thing right now, so he's really popping off. His stuff is getting to be very, very hard to find. It's just weird, like overnight, but a lot of that has to do with scalpers. So scalpers get out there and they pick these guys up and they'll double if not triple their money right away, and they make it hard for the average collector or fan of Art the Clown or Michael Myers or Jason. However, they make it very, very hard for you to get these in your collection at a retail price, because it's just not going to happen. You can see the whole Pokemon craze that's going on there. How many little kids you know can't even get Pokemon cards, that they just give up on the whole thing, period? And they're like, forget it. Their parents are like, you know what? No way. Because the scalpers, they go and they buy everything. They don't give nobody a chance to get that inside link. And then there you go. But I'm going to give you guys a link right now. You can pick these guys up right now over at Fantastic Collectibles in Manteca, California. If you're out here in Northern California, in Manteca, California, outside of Tracy, where I live, there is a really cool collector store. I have did reviews there at that store, and I even did the one where I picked these guys up. They have them in stock, and they got them in stock, folks. Check it out. $21.99. That's $1 cheaper than you would find them on retail at a Target or however. Or you could check out the Big Bad Toy Store and get the whole set if you want to. However, I believe in the set it is Art the Clown, Michael Myers. It's Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's Jigsaw. And it's also Pennywise, It, from the show It. There you go. Well, the new Welcome to Derry that's coming out. From It. All right, I'll leave it at that. All right, so let's get this bad boy out of the package and check him out. Well, all right, folks, tail of the tape. We're going to go to the very top of his hat right here and check this out. Yeah, this guy, even to his hair is even past, and to the very top of his little top hat right there, it's almost 5 3/4 inches. So yeah, he's looking at about 14.5 centimeters. He's actually bigger than the Michael Myers version. We'll check that out right now and show you. These are supposed to be 5.5-inch figures. So one thing cool that they throw in is they throw the trick-or-treat bag. Like I said, I wish that they would put like a little bag of candy or whatever it is, like fake candy. Something that you could actually put in the bag to actually, for the character can hold it. I think it would be a cool little touch, you know. It's just, I think it would be a cool touch. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what NECA's thinking in the future? All right, so here you have Art the Clown right here, and there is that backdrop. No, it's not the chain link. It's just a red backdrop, but it does look quite stunning right there. All right, folks, so here you have Art the Clown. Let's get a little close-up of him right there so you could check him out. He has like a little like vinyl suit on. You're going to be able to see that from, look at his shoes. Look how good those look. Wow. This is a nice looking figure. Let me know, did you guys pick this thing up? Are you going to pick it up? Are you pre-ordered it for it? I forgot to also mention that NECA also, well, Shop NECA or NECA Store also has them in stock, but you have to buy them, buy the whole set. And I believe they have the whole set right now for $99.99, but then you got to pay a hefty shipping price, and then you also have to pay a tariff on top of that. So yeah, they're gonna get you. So you're probably just better off just hitting up Fantastic Collectibles, give them a call, see what they can do for you, or Big Bad Toy Store, you know, would be cool. Or maybe you might have some online retailers that are willing to lower them down for they could become quite affordable. I think that they're affordable now, but I think just because of the shipping, the high shipping and the tariffs, I think that's what's going to get people to kind of back away. All right, so right here on the very back, you can open this thing up. I did this with Michael yesterday, and remember this, folks. He does have rotation right there, right below the chest area. So you're going to have that, and then put them right here to the side. There you go. Look how good his shoes look. Looks super cool. No, the mask does not come off. I'm sure you could probably get the mask off. And when you turn it around, one thing I pointed out, I used to wear these when I was a kid. And ours didn't tie around from the mask to here. Ours never tied. We had like an elastic band that was stuck in there. And yeah, by the end of the night, you were toast already. That outfit, you might as well just throw it away. It was covered in sweat and usually ripped, like either right when you put it on or right when you're walking down the street going to a couple of houses. You know, it usually would rip right away. But this one's like kind of like a soft, like vinyl material. It's not yet, it's cloth, but it's kind of like a soft vinyl, kind of like a pleather, the way that they made it look. And then the mask is, you can see from there, yeah, he's digging himself right there. I like the whole way that the facade looks on the very front. I absolutely love the way that they did that. That looks super nice. So just giving a shout out right there. NECA, you guys did a very good job on this figure. All right, so let's get him in there for you could check him out. Here he is next to Michael Myers before we get him with the review. So there's your Michael Myers, how he could look. I thought I'd throw Chucky in there for you guys to check that out. Chucky he is so photogenic. He loves being on camera. And we got Trick or Treat Sam. You know it's Halloween time whenever you see him. And then what I decided to do was all the way in the back, I am going to put on, haven't gave my man much play lately, the Halloween Kills Michael Myers. So yeah, he's back there. Let me put it right there. Maybe you can see him now if you can scale him to kind of see. If I move him closer, he completely just comes out of the screen. But yeah, I had to put him quite a way back for that way you guys could check that out. There you go. I was just thinking too of my Michael when I was pulling him out. I'm like, what happened to my Halloween Ends version? What happened to that one? So, yeah, I had no idea. I think I got it boxed somewhere. I always thought it was in my collection, but yeah, I think he's boxed somewhere. Sorry, I knocked over Michael yesterday too, the same exact way. All right, folks, so it is review time. Let's take a look at this. Head does go down. It doesn't look up too well, okay? And then the hit that Michael Myers, no, this one doesn't do it too well. And his head does spin around. These little Ben Cooper kids are very flexible. And I mentioned something yesterday. I said, if you guys know what it's like to have a Mezco 1/12 scale figure, some of the joints on these little guys feel like that. So they're very flexible, and his arms do go 90, and they're very easy to mess with. He got double jointed elbows on there, and then he also has rotation at the top of the bicep right there, right by where the shoulder area is at. And then he's also going to have, you can see that right there, he got a hinge work on the hand. So his hand's going to go like this versus going like this, okay? All right, guys, no perverted minds out there. Just, these are children, okay? Okay, so here you go. Well, for 17 and up. Same thing with the exact same thing. Like he's going to smack you side your head, give me your candy. All the same stuff. And then he also has rotation right below the chest area right there, and then the rest of him solid. And then you could get him to run. That's how he looks there. Chasing people down that might have sneaked up and took his candy. Maybe he's going to saw them all up. Young little Art. His hips don't lie. He does have rotation in the hips. Pardon my fingers, folks. So just trying to give you guys something. And then it looks like he has a single joint at the knee, which was the same as the Michael Myers. And their feet do have tilt rocker, and they do move around, and got everything amongst his black laces on his white and black boots, well, tennis shoes. All right, folks, so let's check him out and see how he looks with his bag in hand. So his bag in hand just works. And when you put the two together, two little buddies hanging out, going to your door, trick or treat, you know, could be over there like, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. And then they slam the door in your face like rude ass kids. All right. So anyway, but then, yeah, so you got to put Sam in there. He wants to get some of that candy too, and then give Chucky a little play. He could be there in the very front to get some, right? But that's how it looks, folks. So yeah, there's my review of Ben Cooper's, NECA's brand new Ben Cooper's Terrifier, Art the Clown. Yes, I was starting to come down with something yesterday. I feel like I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So if you're getting a little rasp in my voice, I don't feel as jumpy as usually I am, as jolly. I am in a very good mood. It's just that I'm still trying to get over what I caught from going to Halloween Horror Nights and Six Flags Magic Mountain over the weekend. So you could also check those films out down below in my library. And I do plan on updating my library to kind of section everything off a whole lot better than what it is. For that way, it's a lot easier to find videos. All right, folks. So we're going to put this right there. That's how it looks right there. All right, folks. So please like, comment, subscribe. And from Moe's Tour to yours, happy Halloween and good night.